So as I make a dash for my morning sunlight, I wanted to reflect on a thing or two that has been kind of mending in my mind. So in 1521, the conquistador Hernan Cortes went to what is today Mexico to conquer the Aztecs, which were the indigenous people there, and he certainly succeeded at that. But how he succeeded is the interesting part. They went with, I think, 14 or 15 ships, and at one point he decided to sabotage them, to basically burn all the ships, so that him and his few hundred men had basically no way out but to either conquer the Aztecs, which were a nation of, well, not a nation, but there were many millions of them, and they would either fail or they would succeed in doing it. Failure in this case would mean they died, and they succeeded somehow. But this is a good story to draw the lines in your own life and see how other people apply it. For example, Elon has these things called surges, and surges are basically relatively short, maybe a few months long periods of time with extremely high output. So where he would sleep on the factory floor and he would basically work for 22 hours a day, just an insane amount of work. Now you don't have to compromise your health and do the same, because sleeping that little isn't good for the immune system, but you can certainly try to make the most out of your 16 hours a day per se. By the most, I mean doing almost exclusively the thing that kind of moves the needle, and all of us know which thing that is, and for our own business, of course. And I even remember when I was first beginning in this kind of agency thing, and objectively speaking, the bar is so low, because you have to basically just find your first client, and at that point you are making 2 times the average salary of where I'm from. And I remember struggling for months, but at one point I basically burned all the ships. I began telling my family that I will succeed in this, and the failure, the potential failure of them laughing at me, or being like, after a few months, oh, you see, you didn't succeed, you should have listened to us. Sometimes you just have to burn all the bridges to make shit happen. Sometimes it is the only way, but what matters are results, and if you get the results in the end by whichever means necessary, I'd say it was a good fucking bet.